Jiang Chen before. Suddenly, a blazing light swept through, extremely fierce. The monsters, seeing this, also showed confused expressions, not understanding what was happening. Xu Yue suddenly realized something and hesitated. "Brother, it seems like something is coming towards us." Niuxing exclaimed, "This aura is terrifying. Be careful." The dazzling light continued charging forward. Unexpectedly, within that light, a group of enormous dragons appeared, exuding immense power. In the next second, these dragons killed all the monsters, helping Xu Yue and Niuxing escape disaster. Suddenly, Xu Yue and Niuxing saw Gu Changa's figure flash by, their eyes wide with shock. Then, the light slowly dissipated. Xu Yue sat on the ground and said, "Brother, you were right." Niuxing, hands on his hips, said, "I didn't expect that I actually guessed right." Gu Changa, with his hands behind his back, said indifferently, "You two really, you didn't even move. Out of the way." At this moment, the monsters were already sweating, holding their heads in pain. Then, Gu Changa walked forward slowly and continued, "Looks like it's here." Suddenly, the wall began to twist and deform. In the next second, the evil path cultivator slowly walked out from the wall, revealing a sinister smile, looking particularly terrifying. Chang Kesang's eyes lit up, and he said in surprise, "Oh." At the same time, Jiang Chen and the bronze little spider had already walked into an extremely spacious room, surrounded by a golden light that sparkled. He saw a high tower in front and hesitated. "Is that the Chang Tian Fa?" The bronze little spider immediately explained, "Chang Tian Fa is one of the 7 artifacts of Chang Tian, responsible for suppressing the underlying forces, with the power to suppress the body. Whether demons or monsters, none can escape its destructive power." Suddenly, a huge sound rang out, causing Jiang Chen to clutch his head, looking very uncomfortable. He kept shouting, "My head." The bronze little spider hurriedly said, "Don't worry, this is the Chang Tian Fa calling you, quickly think of a way to take it." At this moment, Jiang Chen began to sweat, frowning as he answered, "But I haven't cultivated yet, how can I subdue Chang Tian Fa?" The bronze little spider said, "You can definitely subdue it. Just now, it called you, which proves it has recognized you." He slowly stepped forward, hesitating, "All right." Immediately, Chang Tian Fa suddenly struck, knocking Jiang Chen back several steps. He asked in confusion, "What's going on?" The bronze little spider also asked, "Chang Tian Fa, what do you mean? Why are you blocking us?" Chang Tian Fa immediately responded, "Wang Yu is dead." After hearing this, Jiang Chen sighed. Then, Jiang Chen's gaze flickered, and he immediately asked, "Who is Wang Yu?" The bronze little spider explained, "He is the guardian immortal beast of Chang Tian Fa, with a deep connection to it." It continued, "The immortal palace has already collapsed. Even if Wang Yu lived longer, he would eventually die of old age. You must accept reality. Now, the task of rebuilding the immortal palace falls on Jiang Chen's shoulders, and since you are part of the immortal palace, you have no reason not to help fully." Chang Tian Fa immediately responded, "You've seen it along the way. Now, the remaining resources in the Chang Tian Hall are few. And I promised it that I would help raise its offspring. So," the bronze little spider asked in confusion, "Wang Yu has offspring? The light orb on that platform? Good. If so, then hand little Wang Yu to him. Jiang Chen is the inheritor of the heavenly immortal toad, the most suitable candidate." It continued, "From now on, you will stay with us to protect little Wang Yu and help restore the immortal palace's power." Chang Tian Fa then said, He's not capable. He's too weak to protect little Wang Yu." Jiang Chen clenched his fists. After hearing this, hesitating, Chang Tian Fa added, "And he doesn't have enough resources to ensure little Wang Yu grows properly." The bronze little spider asked in confusion, "Doesn't Chang Tian Hall still have some resources?" Chang Tian Fa immediately responded, "The resources in Chang Tian Hall have long been exhausted. What you saw today is merely the remnants. The bronze little spider quickly said, "What you're saying to Jiang Qin right now is too harsh. After all, he's just a mortal." Chang Tianfa responded, "As you said, he's just a mortal." It continued, "Why are you so stubborn?" The next second, Jiang Qin clenched his fists and said firmly, "I currently don't have the ability to protect little Wang Yu, nor the resources to ensure its growth." Then he shouted loudly, "But I can promise that as long as I have a breath left, I will not let it come to harm. Besides, we are of the same origin. Out of emotion and reason, Senior should give me a chance." The bronze little spider was very satisfied after hearing this. Chang Tianfa then spoke, "A chance? Even the immortal palace can collapse. Kid, this world doesn't have so many miracles. I can't take the gamble, understand?" Jiang Qin hesitated and remained silent after hearing this. Suddenly, the old evil cultivator fell at the door, screaming in pain, looking very miserable. Jiang Qin, seeing this, anxiously shouted, "Senior." Then the old evil cultivator reached out, urgently warning, "Jiang Qin, run. I am no match for him." The next second, Gu Chang stepped on the old evil cultivator, coldly saying, "Not only dare you save people under my nose, but you also dare to stop me. You really don't know how to die." Jiang Qin, seeing this, was shocked and asked in confusion, "Gu Changa, how did you find this place?" Gu Changa looked ahead and asked, "Is that Chang Tianfa?" The old evil cultivator coughed a few times and reminded, "You should run, leave here, don't worry about me." Jiang Qin, however, roared, "Gu Changa, my grievances with you don't involve others." As soon as the words fell, Gu Changa kicked the old evil cultivator away, sneering, "Grievances? Do you deserve it?" Jiang Qin immediately rushed forward and anxiously asked, "Senior, are you all right?" The old evil cultivator coughed a few times and said, "I was careless, never expected I would be so much weaker than him." Jiang Qin quickly helped him up and said firmly, "Senior, don't say that. If it weren't for you holding him off from behind, we wouldn't have gotten to this point." Then, the old evil cultivator extended his hand and shouted, "Be careful," while Chang Ka stepped forward and said, "So the Chang Tianfa still has a weapon spirit? Interesting, it's a bit different from other Chang Tian techniques." Gu Changcang hoarsely said, "Just now, I overheard part of your conversation. Now, I give you two choices. First, hand that boy over to me and submit to me, then leave here with me." He continued, "Second, we will erase your spiritual intelligence, then take that boy and your body technique." Chang Tianfa fell silent after hearing this, thinking for a long time. Meanwhile, Jiang Shin in the back appeared very angry and shouted loudly, "Chang Tianfa Senior, that guy is no good. If Chang Tian falls into his hands." Gu Changcang coldly turned back and glanced at him, saying in a chilling tone, "Quiet." Then, a red light burst from Chang Ka, sending Jiang Shen and the old evil cultivator flying. Chang Ka then said, "I am not good at patience. Even if you are the weapon spirit of Chang Tianfa, you have little value to me." Chang Tianfa immediately responded, "I need you to promise me not to harm Xiao Wangyu, nor let others harm it." Gu Changcang, hearing this, showed a sinister smile and replied, "Don't worry. Even if Xiao Wangyu's news spreads across the world, no one would dare come to their death. After all, I am not that waste." At this moment, Jiang Shin's face darkened as he covered his mouth and shouted loudly, "Gu Changcang, you Chang Tianfa Senior, don't believe him. He is just a treacherous villain." Meanwhile, the copper spider asked, "Is protecting the descendants of Wang Yu more important than restoring the immortal palace?" Chang Ka calmly replied, "The resources needed to nurture Xiao Wang Yu, my Gu family has them all. And you can only talk empty words, who is the hypocrite here? Chang Tianfa, what are you still waiting for?" Suddenly, a dazzling golden light appeared, and Chang Tianfa spoke, "From today onward, Chang Tianfa is willing to give its full loyalty to the young master. The next second, Chang Tian Fa had fallen into Gu Changcang's hands, still flashing with light. Chang Ka said with satisfaction, "Very well. Now it's time to clean up all of you useless ones." A green light burst from Gu Changcang's hand, and he coldly snorted, "Humph. Jiang Shen, oh Jiang Shen. A mere insect like you has lived this long only because of my mercy. And you dare to disrespect me? Truly. Tired of living." Jiang Shen, hearing this, clenched his fists and shouted angrily, "You." Meanwhile, the copper spider said, "Little godson, the situation is lost, think of a way to escape. Once it's safe, I will use the power of this mountain and the heavens to at least heavily injure Gu Changcang." At the same time, the old evil cultivator was emitting a terrifying purple light from his entire body. His eyes suddenly lit up, then he frowned and shouted angrily, "Gu Changcang. Jiang Shen is my successor, even if it costs me my life, I will not let you harm him." The copper spider, seeing this, smiled and said, "This old guy, though he's from the evil path, he is quite good to his successor." Jiang Shen's eyes glistened with tears as he frowned, thinking, although this old man always speaks harshly, he is the only warmth I've felt since coming to this world. Then, the old evil cultivator rushed towards Gu Changcang and shouted, "Jiang Shen, I will block him, you run. I have a way to escape." Jiang Shen, hearing this, looked anxious and could not help but shout, "Senior." At this moment, a mysterious light suddenly appeared on Chang Ka's forehead, and he coldly said, "Evil and heretical beings, no one here will escape today." The next second, Gu Changcang cast the Wuzhong Xian Ju. In an instant, a gorgeous, colorful light shot forward. Jiang Shen, drenched in cold sweat, gritted his teeth, pressed his hand to his forehead, and watched this scene, unable to stop from exclaiming, "What? Not even one move can be blocked." Then, he thought to himself, "It's over." Then, Chang Ka charged forward, preparing to deliver a fatal blow. Jiang Shen, seeing this, grew even more anxious. Chang Ka struck fiercely towards the old evil cultivator with a golden light exploding. The old evil cultivator was sent flying towards Jiang Shen, screaming in pain. The copper spider condensed a golden light and said, "Now's the time." Then added, "Hide our figures and take you all out of here." As soon as the words were spoken, it released a green light, enveloping Jiang Shen and the old evil cultivator, taking them away. At this moment, the surroundings were enveloped by a fierce golden light. The entire room was gradually cracking open, and Chang Gu couldn't help but ask himself, "Is this the power of a God Yuan master?" Even the Hall of Heavenly Palm is affected. The next second, a huge explosion occurred inside the Hall of Heavenly Palm, everything shattered, and the sound echoed everywhere. Chen Ningni couldn't help but shout in worry, "Young Master Chang Gu." Yu Mingkong stood beside her and comforted her, "Don't worry, he will be fine." Then, a golden beam of light shot straight into the sky, and thick white smoke spread, enveloping the entire space. Gu Changga slowly flew towards Yu Mingkong and the others, and Yu Mingkong quickly asked, "Young Master Chang Gu, how is the situation?" Chang Gu then patted Yu Mingkong on the shoulder and said, "Let's go back to the Divine Ruin Gate first." She asked in confusion, "What about Jiang Chen? I didn't see him come out." Chen Ningni lowered her head in respect and thought to herself, "I didn't expect young Master Chang Gu to be so powerful, and also so infatuated." Chang Gu then answered, "His ability is not bad, he escaped." Chang Gu closed her eyes and continued, "By the way, Brother Ji, don't forget the Palm of Heaven wheel." At this moment, Ji Shuiwe and Ji Qiuxing were both sweating profusely, and the two quickly bowed their heads in respect. Ji Qiuxing hesitated and replied, "Ah. I remember. Ji Shuiwe, standing beside them, furrowed his brow and thought to himself, "Jiang Chen, he must hate us to the bone." Inside the Divine Ruin Gate, a golden light lit up in a room. Yu Mingkong held the Palm of Heaven technique and asked in confusion, "Is this the Palm of Heaven technique?" Chang Gu, with her hands behind her back, replied, "That's right, this should be the strongest existence among the Palm of Heaven treasures." After hearing this, Yu Mingkong handed the palm of heaven technique back to Changgu. Changgu, seeing this, asked in confusion, "What's wrong? You've already obtained the palm of heaven technique, why do you still look so troubled?" Yu Mingkong then lowered his head and sighed, "It feels like everything you want to do is so easy, you've grown in an unbelievable way. But I can't help with anything." Gu Changga frowned after hearing this, held Mingkong's hand, and softly said, "Mingkong, don't underestimate yourself, you've already helped a lot." Yu Mingkong, seeing this, thought to himself, why is he suddenly so serious? She couldn't help but ask, what have I helped with?" Gu Changga extended his hand and continued, "If it weren't for you helping me warm the bed, how lonely would I be at night?" Yu Mingkong remained silent, her face full of confusion. Then, Mingkong suddenly became angry and thought to herself, what am I even expecting? The next second, she suddenly turned around and shouted, "You sleep alone tonight." Changgu sighed and said, "All right, if Mingkong doesn't want to, I won't force it." He then continued, "I'll go ask those pawns to see who has time." Mingkong placed her hand on the door. However, Yu Mingkong suddenly turned around, holding a sharp and terrifying sword in her hand. Gu Changga, seeing this, broke into a cold sweat and said in surprise, "I was just joking, no need to take it so seriously." Immediately after, a white smoke appeared outside the room, and a golden light fiercely erupted. At the same time, a disciple hurriedly ran in and shouted, "Sect Master, it's bad. Gu Changga and Yu Mingkong are fighting." Shunshuzi, at this moment, was sweating profusely. He furrowed his brows and angrily shouted, "What? A couple fighting? Go persuade them. Don't destroy my divine ruin gate." Inside the room, a woman sat on the bed and softly said, "Ah, young people really have hot tempers." Shunshuzi responded with concern, "I can't persuade them." At this moment, the surroundings had become a chaotic scene, with explosions occurring one after another. Chen Ningni couldn't help but shout loudly, "What happened? Are they arguing as a couple, or is this how they always are?" Ji Shuyue hesitated and replied, "I don't know, they suddenly started fighting." Meanwhile, Gu Changga asked, "Mingkong, do you want everyone to laugh at us?" Yu Mingkong then unleashed several sword shadows filled with golden light, attacking Changgu, and retorted, "Stop talking, hurry and make your move." Changgu immediately asked, "Can't I just admit defeat?" Mingkong furrowed her brows and angrily shouted, "I just want to see how far apart we really are." Gu Changsang chuckled and responded meaningfully, "Well, this is what you asked for." In an instant, those enormous swords released golden light, piercing the rock walls, causing everything to crack apart. The swords fell to the ground, followed by a purple light and a thick white smoke. At this moment, Yu Mingkong was bound by ropes and couldn't help but sigh, "Qiankuan straight." Mingkong was tightly bound by a rope, and she shouted, "Gu Changsang, you're so despicable, using magic treasures." Changsang stood behind her and responded, "You didn't say I couldn't use magic treasures, and magic treasures are part of strength, right?" Mingkong smiled meaningfully and replied, "That's true." Then, a weapon appeared behind Changsang, accompanied by a green light. He was greatly shocked and exclaimed, "Void weapon concealment." The rope binding Mingkong broke, and she successfully escaped. She shouted, "You fell for it." Gu Changsang immediately responded, "Mingkong, you've become more cunning." Yu Mingkong raised her hand and recited a chant, sighing, "Wrong, this is called progress." In the next second, enormous flowers surrounded by golden light suddenly appeared. Mingkong thought, "I don't want to, I can't even see his back." Changsang spread his arms and shouted, "Stop, stop. I give up." Mingkong yelled, "No, you must fight seriously." Changsang replied, "If you use that technique, the Shinshu sect might be destroyed. We're still in someone else's sect, you should consider that old man." Then, Shengsuzi hurried forward and tried to stop them, saying, "Young Master Changsang, Princess Mingkong, stop fighting. A small sect and small techniques, please show mercy." Mingkong asked, "What do you plan to do next? Return to the True Immortal Academy?" Yu Mingkong said, in the battle with the purple talisman, the Gu family sent over 10 powerful experts. I need to go back.